Samus Aran is one of the most iconic characters in Nintendo's library and in gaming as a whole. No matter the mission, she comes out on the other side, and in the coolest way possible. Though, how did Samus become the skilled warrior she is today? That's what we're gonna go over as fast as we can in this bite-sized lore. Spoilers for the Metroid series storyline, by the way, we'll be covering plenty of major events. Treat yourself by playing these fantastic games first. And with that, let's get started. Samus' story begins on the planet K2L, where she lived with her parents Rodney and Virginia Aran. At only 3 years old, however, Samus' life took a dark turn when space pirates led by her notorious nemesis Ridley raided her homeworld, murdering both of her parents. Samus was then taken in and raised on planet Zebes by Old Bird of the Chozo race, training her in the art of warfare and serving as a father figure. Furthermore, the Chozo infused her DNA with that of Chozo DNA, enhancing her abilities and granting her the use of Chozo technology found throughout the galaxy. After years of training, Samus then joins the Galactic Federation Police, quickly proving her worth in combating the space pirate threat. Samus' prowess gets the attention of one Adam Malkovich, who would go on to become her commanding officer and another mentor father figure. Despite constant friction between them, Samus gained respect for Adam, even immortalizing his legacy after his death by modeling her AI after him. Eventually, Samus decides to leave the Galactic Federation Police, becoming an independent bounty hunter, though still being hired by the Galactic Federation to undertake multiple missions. It's at this point Samus becomes the iconic bounty hunter we know and love today. Samus' first mission as a bounty hunter takes her back to where she was raised, planet Zebes. She quells the space pirate operation of breeding an army of bioweapons, the titular Metroids. Samus combats many powerful foes, including her nemesis Ridley, and even eliminates their leader Mother Brain. Or so she thought, bookmark this for later. Fast forward 3 years later, Samus investigates a distress signal from a space station above planet Talon 4, fighting the familiar space pirates and Ridley, then bringing her down to the surface of Talon 4. Samus discovers the radioactive element Phazon, creating the titular Metroid Prime, which she of course crushes along with Ridley and the space pirates. Or so she thought, kind of. Bookmark this too. Samus then investigates a signal about an ultimate power located in the Alimbic cluster, which is almost certainly bait that works like a charm on many other hunters. The only one you need to remember though is Sylix, as he's present throughout the Prime trilogy and is coming back swinging in Metroid Prime 4. Anyway, Samus defeats the being Gorilla and frees the Alimbic cluster of its presence. Her next mission takes her to planet Ether after receiving a report that contact with Galactic Federation Squad Bravo has been lost. Turns out planet Ether is caught between two opposing energies, light and dark, with the Luminoth race fighting for light and the Ing fighting for dark. Along the way, Samus meets her clone Dark Samus, who is a mix of Phazon, Samus, and Metroid Prime DNA, being the reincarnation of Metroid Prime. Samus defeats her clone, but doesn't kill it. No, it will be back soon. Anyhow, back to the main mission, Samus supports the Luminoth, hopping between the light and dark dimensions on Ether, eventually defeating their leader, Emperor Ing, and the Ing as a whole. 6 months later, Samus is working closely with the Galactic Federation and other bounty hunters, when they are then attacked and corrupted, hence the game name, by space pirates and good old Dark Samus. The source of the corruption comes from Phazon-filled meteors known as Leviathans, which Samus is tasked with destroying on multiple planets. On top of the Leviathans, Samus eliminates the other bounty hunters who have unfortunately lost control due to Phazon corruption, as well as finally ridding Dark Samus once and for all. Now, throughout many of Samus's missions, the Metroids were present and ever-growing in strength, prompting her and the Galactic Federation to exterminate the Metroids. Samus travels to the Metroid homeworld SR-388, eradicating all but one Metroid larva. She then brings said larva to a Galactic Federation research station, where yet again, the space pirates, including Ridley, kidnap the larva and bring it to planet Zebes, where they, yet again, intend to breed Metroids into a bioweapon. Samus crushes the space pirates and Ridley once more, and even defeats Mother Brain after a shocking return. The Metroid larva even sacrifices itself to protect Samus from near death, though even posthumously, it still has a role to play. Oh, and Samus nukes Zebes, so she won't be coming back here again. Ugh, now this next mission is just bonkers. Samus and her old commanding officer Adam Malkovich investigate a distress signal from the Galactic Federation ship Bottleship, where the android dubbed MB controlled Metroids recreated with the Metroid larva's DNA. Then a Queen Metroid is cloned, which Samus puts down, once again eradicating Metroids from the universe. These are the events of Metroid Other M, which I don't consider canon, and neither does Nintendo, plus the story contradicts the hell out of the timeline, so don't hate me for giving a bare-bones rundown. Alright, so 8 years after Samus defeated Mother Brain on Zebes, Samus returns to planet SR388, escorting a Galactic Federation science team, where she's infected by the X-Parasite. This gelatinous parasite was prey for the Metroids, though with the Metroids gone thanks to Samus, they returned. As a result, Samus is only saved by infusing her DNA with that of the Metroid larva, making her immune to X-infection. So now Samus is part human, Chozo, and Metroid DNA. Capable of mimicking the life forms they infect, the X-Parasite creates horrific versions of wildlife and creates the most terrifying being in the Metroid series, the SA-X, a soulless, ruthless clone of Samus. Samus defeats the SA-X and X-Parasite threat, which took over the Biologic Space Laboratories research station, crashing the station into planet SR388, which blows the planet up. That's 2 planets gone now, Samus. Lastly, sometime later, Samus responds to a distress signal on planet ZDR, where an X-Parasite, now thought to be extinct, has been spotted. While the X was present on ZDR, it was used as bait by the Makin Chozo leader, Ravenbeak. On ZDR, Samus encounters the sole survivor of the Toha Chozo, Quiet Robe, who reveals that Ravenbeak intends to use Samus's Metroid DNA to awaken her Metroid genes, turning her into his ultimate weapon to conquer the galaxy. While Ravenbeak succeeds in awakening her Metroid DNA, Samus is having none of his plan and obliterates him. An X-corrupted Quiet Robe reverts Samus to her human form, allowing Samus to escape ZDR, which she of course blows up, completing her final mission so far. And that's the story of Samus Aran from Metroid. Are you excited to see how the story develops in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? I sure as heck am. Feel free to subscribe to Game Rant to catch all things gaming content. This has been Bilal, and we'll see you in the next one.